can never be submissive to a man. Neither my 6 daughters. Submissive, total bullshit. I'd rather be a single woman any day, proudly, so I knock my chest. Marriage is not visa to heaven. Is your wife a lap dog? If you want an Alsatian dog or a lap dog or a poodle that you say, sit down. I try as much as possible to put in 110% into my marriage. I went to a Thai restaurant for 3 months to learn how to cook Thai cuisine. I went to an Indian restaurant for 3 months to learn how to cook. And the damn man still goes out to cheat?
Yes, Mama, I went out to cheat. Yes, he went out to cheat. Cooking for a man is not a guarantee that he's not going to cheat on you. Yeah. So when you say, oh, I submitted to him, didn't he submit to you too? Didn't he submit to you? Submission is not a one-way traffic, Mama. It's not a one-way traffic. So when you say, oh, I can never submit to a man, what are you teaching these young people? You already said that marriage is not a visa to heaven. You have lived your life. You lived your life. You were in the marriage, oh. Now you are advising people not to submit. If they don't submit, they can't marry. If the man doesn't submit, the man cannot marry. If the woman doesn't submit, the woman cannot marry, because submission is not a one-way traffic. Submission is I submit to you, you submit to me. That is the only way you can have a relationship. Even the Bible says, submit yourself one to another, which means the man submit to the woman submit to the man. Isn't that what they said about submission? So when you say, oh, I can never submit to a man, he's saying I can never be in a relationship. Because no submission, no goddamn relationship. It's just that men will always come and be shouting like, oh, they carry their chest. Men submit to women too. If I do something that I don't want to do, but I do it because of you, that is submission. It's not because somebody tell you, oh, sit down, you now sit down, you now feel you are the one submitting. Nah. All of the things that you make the man do that he don't want to do, or that he doesn't want to do, is submission. So if you make the man do things that he don't want to do, he has submitted to you already. And in relationship, the two people must submit to each other. Haven't you seen where men totally submit to their woman? Some men have separated from their friends, family, because of a woman. Some family will say like, oh, I don't like your wife. And the man will be like, okay, I choose my wife over you. That is totally submitting to the woman. He has submitted totally to the woman. Some people have lost friends, do things that they don't want to do because of their woman. That is submission too. Because left for me, I don't want to do these things. I go to places I don't want to go to, do things I don't want to do, spend money I don't want to spend. That is because I submit to you. Even if we don't tag it as the word that man is submitting, that is submission. Submission is not just because the man say, do this. You too, you are telling the man to also do things that the man doesn't want to do. So the man too is submitting to you. And if you tell people not to submit, it's equally telling them not to be in a relationship. Because without submission, there is no goddamn relationship. To both ways. Unless your marriage was a military regime where the man is the order giver and you are the order taker. And that is not a relationship. That is slavery. Because it is only in slavery that one party tells the other person what to do. Sit, stand, eat. I hit you, I beat you. That's slavery. That's not the relationship. But if it's in a proper relationship, the two parties must submit. The man must submit to the woman must submit to the man. Let me talk to the young ladies. Don't listen to this mama. Oh. Mama has lived her life. She's in her 50s or 60s. She's all great. She has lived her life. She's got 6 daughters. She was in a relationship or in a marriage and she got 6 daughters. She's telling you that you've not started life, that don't submit. God, fuck. What kind of advice? Well, maybe she's not giving the advice. I just want to believe that She's talking about herself. But I know how this youth of these days, they run with a narrative. They can just hear this thing and run with it. You just say, oh, mama said don't submit. Oh, mama was married for 45 years. Oh, and submission did not pay her. Oh, submission did not pay her, but she's got 6 daughters that she's so proud of. She was in a relationship. Unless two work together, they cannot agree. So how did they agree to copulate until they gave birth to 6 daughters? If mama was not submitting and the man too was not submitting. And you know when all this thing happens, we only hear from the woman because men don't talk. Men just shit happens. Marriage has ended. If you call that man out to come and say he's all part of the story, you'll be perplexed about the things he will say too. But because men don't talk, we just say, okay, it has happened, it has happened. We move on. The women will come, oh, the man do this, oh, he did this to me, he did this. You did not do anything to the man. There are also men suffering in marriages. So many men. In short, there are more men suffering in marriages than every women suffering in marriages, but they cannot talk. The man insult them, sex stab them, call them all sorts of unprintable names. Oh, just probably most men that are broke. And guess what? Most men are broke. Go and check the pyramid of rich people. Most men are broke. So men suffer from relationships and marriages. Some even know that their partners are cheating on them and they cannot leave. But men always bottle up like an ego thing. You can't come out and say your wife is oppressing you. But women, everything that happens, they come online, they cry. Oh, the man do this to me. He did this to me. I went to a Chinese restaurant to cook for him. I did this for him, and he still cheated. Is that the reason for a man not to cheat? Haven't you seen men that have done everything for a woman and the woman still went out to cheat? But the men, they all still keep quiet, or they kept quiet. But women, anything happen, I do this, I do this. So the man did not do anything for you in the relationship. So in the marriage that we are in for how many years, the man did not do anything. It's only you that went to a Chinese restaurant to cook for him. You went to this restaurant to cook for him. Is cooking all there is in a relationship. Is cooking all there is. Cooking is just one part. It's one part. There are a million and one things to keep two people together. But you know, women are never wrong. Even if they are wrong, they will never say accept that they are wrong. They always play the blame game. They always play the victim. He did this, he did this, he did this, he did this. You did not do anything. Women are never doing anything. Never. Women are never doing anything. So the young girls out there, don't listen to Mama. Oh. Mama has lived her life. She has 6 daughters that she's so proud of. Do not listen to her. This idea of saying, oh, I'm not going to submit to a man. If you cannot submit to a man, you cannot be in a relationship with a man. And if a man cannot submit to a woman, the man too cannot be in a relationship with a woman, because both parties do submit to each other. Submit yourself one to another. It might be two different things we are submitting to or for or whatever, but the two parties do submit to each other. That is submission. Two-way traffic. The man might be submitting his money, his time. You are submitting your time, your attention, service, and all that. But everybody is submitting. So I can never submit to a man. Mama should come and define it. Maybe at the podcast tomorrow, things might be different when we now hear the whole podcast and I say, okay, this is what she really meant. But for this one, that honest bond, they've cut these short ones to provoke us. We have to attend to it now. If you say something otherwise tomorrow, we'll still attend to it to say, okay, this was what she really meant. But for now, from that word, I can never submit to a man. Do not take it if you're a young girl seeking a relationship with any man, because no man is going to be with you if you don't submit. No man. And guess what? Men too submit to women. So it's a two-way traffic. Like, share, and subscribe. And see you on the next episode of Big Joe Talk. See ya. Pra.